Hey, welcome to Project Local. I'm Romero along with Benny Blanco. We are sitting here in the studio with a band from Denver called the Driftin' Sons. Real quick, introduce yourselves one at a time.
I'm Garrett Curtis, I play bass.
Jaden Kirshner, drums.
Adam Curtis, lead guitar.
Christian Kerr, vocals and rhythm guitar.
Awesome. Hey, tell us about your new CD.
Well, we recorded it at the Spot Studios down in Lakewood. That was it was kind of a step up for us. We did a Kickstarter with that one. The product came out really well. We learned a lot about the marketing and the business side and the promotional side doing that process. So just kind of went through and got a 4-song EP out.
The having the Kickstarter thing, this was funded by your fans, obviously.
Yeah.
So are you guys basically independent artists? Are you seeking to go on to another level, or do you want to stay independent and keep doing this so that you have complete creative control of what you're doing?
I think that we definitely like being independent. It definitely gives us the control of knowing what's going on and learning the business and kind of getting first-hand feel of it. I think these days it's a lot more likely to be independent than it was back in the day, so I think that we're definitely going to try that route. We always collaborate with people and definitely have had people that help us with booking and stuff like that along the way, so we probably continue doing that and definitely trying to just get out to as many networks as we can.
That was going to actually be my next question is, do you have representation? Do you have a manager? Do you have a booking agent? Or are you solely doing everything on your own?
We do have a manager.
She's actually here in studio. We want to say hi, Angela, one time.
Hello, Angela, one time.
Very nice.
Cool. And now, are you guys planning on the tour here in 2015? What are some of the goals that you have set for yourselves as a band?
Yeah, we definitely want to start getting out of Denver and maybe out into more of the mountain towns and sort of start making a spiral. So I think we were going to try to do some mini tours, like 2 and 3 days at a time.
Weekend Warrior stuff.
Right. Yeah, we've been talking with our buddy Tim Wanger, who's been kind of giving us advice, and he's going to try to help us get some shows booked and stuff like that. So let's try to start doing some satellite stuff.
That's Tim Winger from Colorado Music Buzz.
Have you guys shot a video for any of the songs on your CD?
We've actually been working with a guy named Bill Freud, who's amazing, and Far More Band Videos is the name of his company. He shot all of the EP songs, except we're going to save Bowler Joe and kind of make that one more of a themed video and get into golf bowling alleys and try to grab a bunch of our fans and get them all involved. So
We've met with some people about pricing out that music video. It's pretty ambitious.
you can actually check out our
It's up there.
YouTube channel, and we have all of our videos on there. We actually have some funny skits and stuff like that to try to keep fans interacted in between shows and stuff.
Show them how goofy we are.
Sort of
when we're
Monty
not playing
Python-esque.
Gotcha.
YouTube
How long
channel
have you guys been
is on
together?
With this lineup, I think going on 3 years now.
It's 2012. 2012, yeah.
Awesome.
So we actually became an LLC in 2012 with the members you see here today.
And how many CDs have you guys released?
Just 2
Just
so
the
far.
2, okay. Do you have a particular track that's a favorite?
Yeah, that's always a tough question. I think, for me at least, on the new EP, my favorite is Bowler Joe. And then from our old CD, Continental Breakfast, probably SOC, just like that lyrically a lot.
That one or Drive, I would say. It was a fan favorite for sure.
Yeah, they all kind of have their own feels, so anytime I listen to Drive and it's about traffic and just being frustrated in the car, and it always syncs up somehow in the smoother, kind of reggae part. It's always an open road, and then right when it comes back into it, there's 40 cars in front of me just with their
We've
brakes
been
like-
told that listening to Drive in traffic actually does not help with your road rage. A lot of fans have
Causes
expressed
road
their
rage.
displeasure at that fact, so
There's a
Been
disclaimer
Colorado
there.
tested.
yes.
What's your background as far as influence, whether as a group or individually? What are some of the artists that have influenced you?
Well, on the pro level, kind of we've typed out a bunch. So, Nirvana, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Queens of the Stone Age, and Arctic Monkeys, and then local bands, Petals of Spain and the Whale, James and the Devil, Pear, the Bunny Gang, featuring Nathan Maxwell from Flogging Molly. They all kind of have their own different elements that they bring to live shows and then recordings, and it really for us it starts or when you wake up in the morning, you're just drumming in your car or thinking of melodies on the way to work, you know, or at work, whatever. We get influences from all over.
We were kind of talking off the air, excuse me, about how the industry has changed. What do you think the advantages are for you guys right now as a young band that's starting out and being independent? Do you feel like you're going to be able to take it to another level without being on a major?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a big fan of old documentaries and biographies and all that, and it's, you know, from the 80s and before, maybe early 80s and before, maybe someone would get, you know, a label offer and then that's it. Now you have, you know, just your phone itself can record professionally almost, or you can make it sound like it. You can do booking, promotions, you know, all sorts of tools at your advantage for the new age here. The drawback is that you're now responsible to use that.
Right.
So we're indie. I think would be open to look at and see what a label would have to offer, but
There's definitely some platforms out there. We're currently working with Tinderbox, which takes our music and spreads it to about 300 college stations around the nation. So it gives us a huge advantage with being able to see exactly what states we're getting better ratings in, so we can just plan a tour to those states instead of having to test like the old bands would do.
Yeah.
Going out, playing places, figuring out who likes them, and then making another trip back out there. You know, this way we can kind of have that hands up, and it's a lot more. You have a lot more advantages, I'd say, now than you did back then. For
So
sure.
do you guys have do you have a street team, a marketing team, and are you utilizing
We're here.
everything
Yeah.
that's
You're
loaded
looking
in?
at
We
it
have
now.
fans.
Yeah, we also
Our fans
have,
do help us
I
out
gotta
a
give
lot.
a shout out to Lauren Gidley and Ashley Reed.
Oh,
They're,
yeah.
Jaden's girlfriend and Christian's girlfriend, and they just do some
Also-
ungodly awesome marketing
Also,
for us.
Angela Kerr, I mean, we'd be lost without her. She does a ton of stuff for us that we're not able to do.
Yeah.
Whether it be like the printing,
Thinking,
getting together,
working.
just keeping us all in line, making sure we all get together and are staying focused and professional and stuff like that. So I think that we definitely have a lot of people that support us and take good care of us. I'd also like to give a shout out to our man Justin at Starbucks on Wadsworth and Jewel. These awesome barista skills.
With some of the bands that you named, obviously established artists in the genre of rock and alternative rock, and obviously all those bands have been on the radio for 20, 30 years, or still on the radio. Is it important? Do you guys feel that you have to write for radio, or do you write what you feel and you're not?
I kind of try
Are
to
you
do
chasing?
both, honestly.
You know how some bands they'll want to emulate what's happening at the moment, or what's popular, or
We're
what's style.
actually,
Do you guys just do what you do and hope the radio
Start.
comes
Take
to
it.
you, or are you trying to aim for that? Like, okay, if we don't have a single, we're not going to be successful, and how are we going to get on the road if we don't have a hit single per se? Do you feel that's important, or you just write what you write?
Guitar
So we're
is
actually
dead.
kind of dealing with that right now. We've been trying to get on the radio and trying to get our music out there, and we've along the way before radio dealt with a lot of people, promoters, managers, booking people that came up to us and said, "You'd be great, and we can get you on the radio tomorrow if you change this, if you
Yeah,
take
they
this
always wanna
out."
change
So
what you're doing a
we've
little
been
bit.
very strong at keeping our ground, and we actually wrote a song that is radio friendly, and it's kind of, I don't know, I guess we should thank him because I think it's a great song and people are going to love it, but it's almost kind of mocking the fact that you really don't need your instruments today. You need a laptop, and you know, you
Yeah,
can get a crowd
that's,
of people that's bigger than what instruments can bring, which is kind of sad. So we kind of did a ditty for that I
Which
think
is
is great,
called?
and it's called Guitar is Dead, and we're hoping to release that before our next EP, Summer, which is on the String Up season. So.
Well, I respect and admire that you guys are kind of sticking to your guns. I know that's tough when you're a young band because, well, having been in the industry and went through everything that you could imagine, and this was 18 years ago, 20 years ago, it's hard to kind of, you want to stay true to what you're doing, but at the same time, to get on the radio,
It's a lot of
sometimes you
pressure.
got to play the game, and it's a fine line. But the fact that you guys, play guitar, I love that. Thank God, because like you said, today's rock stars to me are just not real rock stars. Like you said, you sit up
Amen, brother.
And that
with a
messaging,
laptop or whatever, and whatever the genre of music is popular today. But
Well, not knocking
That's-
any kind of creation,
Yeah.
because we are musicians and we respect what it takes to write and to compose, and
Totally.
regardless of how you do it. it's just it is kind of sad to see instruments kind of getting pushed
Well, and-
away.
and
Makes
the-
you feel like
In
a
favor of
dying
the
breed.
laptop, yeah.
The change I've seen is that, you know, with some radio stations that, you know, they have a big name now, they're going the way of a more electronic and synthesized way, and what I felt, I remember when 107X first took the spotlight from, it was Jack FM before, and they did 2,000 songs in a row. I heard their mantra and their marketing style, and I loved it because it's a fresh change, you know, and it's
You guys are
you can-
playing all the good songs.
you can
man.
you can tell that there's still there is a market for people that appreciate you know, that guitar is not dead, and that I think personally that the market is shifting back towards that. So I think
yeah, if you came to one of our shows and sat in the crowd with our fans, you'd find out it's surely not dead, for sure.
That's awesome. Ben, you want to ask him anything?
No, dude, it's been 13 minutes. You hit all the bases, bro.
Ask us about what's coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me the mic. Sorry. No. All right. What was it? So yeah. What? Wait. No. I think we already asked about what has to come up with the future of Drift and Sons.
Well, we talked about touring a little bit.
All right. Well, what is the future? Obviously, the summer EP, because you guys are doing the seasonal EP idea, which I like, by the way.
Right. Cool, man. Thank you.
Thank you. But yeah. So besides that, what is the future of Drift and Sons? What do you guys hope, and what do you guys kind of feel?
The world.
There you go. Just touring somewhere and like headlining a stadium in Japan or
And
something.
then,
That'd be awesome.
maybe Mars, if,
Oh,
if
yeah.
they have seats available for us.
Absolutely. I'm thinking the moon next, but
Terrestrial
screw the moon, let's
bodies
go right
and
to Mars.
swords.
We'll hit the
Please.
moon on the way back.
Yeah. Stop there for gas.
Yeah.
you want to nail
They'll
this
probably
one
be
down
fracking on
before,
the moon
Angela?
soon.
Yeah, but that's okay because no one's drinking licorice water there or whatever the problem is.
Not
I
yet.
think licorice flavored water is a great idea, and you can use it as fuel.
It's
Light
actually-
on
I
fire.
think I smell a
The
sponsorship.
Egyptians have
brewing.
licorice tea.
See, exactly. They're
It's
pretty
actually
much
different.
they're fracking tea. It's no
Yeah,
big
we
deal.
found this out yesterday because we had a huge practice with all the guys. We're actually, you want to talk about New Year's coming up real quick?
Oh yeah, we talked about. Oh yeah. Oh,
It's got
and
a
we
show,
have.
we got
a show to
yeah,
plug.
we have tickets to give away from. Oh yeah, so we should probably do all this
Let,
fancy stuff.
let her do her thing and then we'll go
Yeah.
over New Year's here.
Absolutely.
Okay, so New Year's Eve at the Bonfire Tavern, which is our home bar. We do First Fridays there for the last year. And we're going to be hosting Portobello Road and Trivial Psychic, which are two huge, awesome local bands. The Bonfire is working with Honey Brown for a nice sponsorship there for a giveaway of a beach cruiser bike. And they're going to have several different giveaways throughout the evening. We'll also have all
Garrett,
of
I
our great
think, is in there.
sponsors and collaborators there. We'll have Arias Audio with Ben Van Horn. We'll have Vape Wise with Sean and Sarah,
You can say a little bit about them real quick.
who are really cool. Talk about Vape
They're
Wise.
actually
a
our
little bit.
sponsors. If you guys vape or you like your e-cigs or anything, head down to Kipling and Jewel next to Fiddlesticks. Mention the Drift and Sons that you heard them on 107X, or bring in a flyer or a poster and they'll hook you up.
We used to smoke a pack a day.
Paul Sarah Katie will be joining us with Pulpin Media for the light show, and Cultivated with Seth DeWitt, who is going to be joining us previewing his organic fashion designs that evening. So it's going to be a really fun time.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. So we have 3 pairs of tickets to give away. So just shoot me an email, Benny at 107x.com, BENNY at 107x.com. Just put in the subject line, New Year's at Bonfire with Drift and Sons. That's a lot of words, but yeah, put that in the subject line and you get yourself a pair of tickets. And
Awesome. Let's wrap it up.
yeah,
A
and
huge thanks to 107X for having us out. We look forward to
Absolutely.
new fans and to see what you guys feel. We always love catching up at the end of shows and getting your feedback and helping us, come out with some more rockin' tunes for you guys enjoy.
Love Colorado, and I want to give a quick shout out to Bunny. You know who you are.
all right.
Thanks for coming in, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.